Stand up, the time is now. Let's break these chains, especially those on our brains. No more silence, we're the voice, we have to spark the flames. From Antigua and Barbuda shores.
All right, welcome everyone. Ready for another deep dive?
Always.
Well, today we're looking at some reggae lyrics.
Ooh, interesting.
But they're not just any lyrics. You know, these lyrics hit hard. They're about those post-colonial struggles and, you know, that fight for African sovereignty.
Yeah.
Like the kind of lyrics that just stay with you, you know, even after the song's over.
I like it.
And you know what? These lyrics aren't afraid to make a statement.
Okay.
They're calling for some bold action. So we're going to look at Black Pineapple Music. It's going to be released in December 2024.
Okay, cool.
And I think you're going to find these lyrics just as powerful as I did.
I'm intrigued, yeah. So what are some of the things that stand out to you in these lyrics?
Well, right off the bat, you know, they don't pull any punches.
Okay.
Like right away, boom, post-colonial chains, they still entwine.
Wow.
Like just that image alone.
Yeah, that's heavy.
It tells you, okay, independence may have been achieved, but the real fight, that fight for true freedom, that's not over.
It's so true. Like, it's a reminder that the legacy of colonialism is so deep and its impact is still felt today.
Oh, absolutely. And it's like setting the stage for this journey that these lyrics are taking us on.
Yeah, I see that.
And you know, one of the things that really stuck out to me was this whole idea of like compromise versus resistance. Like, should African nations negotiate with those former colonial powers?
Right.
Or should they take a more defiant stance?
That's a tough question.
What do you think, like, based on these lyrics, what are they leaning towards?
I mean, they definitely don't shy away from strength. From resistance.
Okay.
One line that really hit me hard was, "Oh, stop compromising with the oppressor, like America's stance against the aggressor."
Ooh, yeah.
Like, that's fire, you know?
Yeah, that one definitely jumps out. Like, don't back down, stand up for what's yours, you know?
Right.
But then it's not always that straightforward, is
It's
it?
never that simple.
Because then the lyrics go on and they say, our leaders negotiate a compromise they seek, but in this dance, our sovereignty grows weak.
Ooh. Yeah, it's like a warning, you know?
Right.
What happens when you compromise too much? Like, does it erode your ability to stand on your own 2 feet?
Yeah, it makes you think about, like, where's that line?
Absolutely.
You know, and then they bring in these historical figures.
Okay.
Sankara, Cabral, Lumumba, Rosina, Biko, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr.
Wow, that's a powerful list.
I know, right? It's like a roll call of those who fought so hard for liberation. But, you know, this might be a good time to sort of remind our listeners who these people were, why they're being mentioned here.
Definitely. I mean, each of these individuals dedicated their lives to fighting for freedom and equality. So you've got Thomas Sankara, a revolutionary leader in Burkina Faso. He challenged those traditional power structures. And then you have Amilcar Cabral, a leader in the struggle for independence in Guinea-Bissau and Cape Verde. He emphasized the importance of cultural identity in the face of colonialism. And Patrice Lumumba, the first prime minister of the Democratic Republic of Congo, he fought so hard for freedom from Belgian rule.
Right, and how could we forget those women who were just as crucial in these movements?
Absolutely.
Like Josina Michel, a military leader in Mozambique and a fierce advocate for women's rights. And of course, Steve Biko, the South African anti-apartheid activist who really pushed for a black consciousness.
These are all incredible people.
I know, right? Such powerful figures, and each one with a unique story.
Yeah.
And their approach was different, but they were all united by that unwavering commitment to justice.
Absolutely. But the lyrics, they don't shy away from the reality of their fates either.
Right.
Assassination or disgrace, the story molds. I mean, it's a sobering reminder of the dangers they faced, the sacrifices they made.
It's a stark reminder, right, of just how much they put on the line. And in the lyrics, they go on to say to learn from figures like Muammar Gaddafi and Maurice Bishop, leaders who also challenged oppression in their own ways. Now, what do you think they're getting at with that, with this call to learn?
Well, Gaddafi and Bishop, they both challenged Western dominance in their countries.
Yep.
They had their own visions, you know?
Yeah.
And their legacies, they're complicated. They had their successes, their failures, the good and the bad.
Right.
And it's like, what can we learn from them? What should we take from their stories and what should we maybe avoid?
Right.
It's not an easy question to answer, is it?
No, it's a real challenge.
But I think that's the point, isn't it? These lyrics, they're pushing us to think critically about the past, to learn from all of it, the good and the bad.
Yeah, it's not about blindly following, right? It's about really understanding the nuances, the complexity.
Exactly.
And, this all ties into that powerful theme of self-reliance that runs through these lyrics.
Oh, yeah.
It's so strong, like when they say, "We are Africans, the original man, bowing to servitude we will never plan. A nation we must build, strong and true."
Powerful.
Right. It's like an echo of the Pan-Africanist movement, the call for unity and self-determination.
It's about taking control of your own destiny, building a future that's free from external influence.
So, taking a step back, looking at the big picture, what do you think our listeners should take away from all of this?
I think these lyrics are a powerful call to action. They're a reminder that fight for sovereignty is still going on.
Absolutely.
And they're challenging us to think critically about how to achieve liberation, what are the risks, what are the benefits of different approaches. It's a reminder that history isn't just in the past, it's shaping our world today.
And they leave us with a really thought-provoking question, don't they? Like, how would these lyrics hit differently for people around the world, especially those who have lived through colonialism firsthand?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Something to think about.
Definitely.
Anyway, thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Always a pleasure.
I hope it sparked some new ideas for you.
I hope so too.
Together we'll rebuild and create a whole new way. We'll build institutions, create sustainable solutions, educate, inculcate, open minds, not indoctrinate. Work with your hands, be still and meditate. Check for the youth, don't fall into despair. Remember monarchs say, don't grow too old to care. Just a chugga, 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 chugga through the rain and storm, the storm. This year train it come for carry our people home to we home. Home to a better understanding of themselves, and of their sovereignty, value and their wealth. Freedom's the journey, and take a hand, Barbuda the destiny. The new underground railroad. Chugga, 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 all aboard, all aboard, all aboard. Corruption feeds on fear, but we're